YouTube, welcome to yet another beer review from the Master of Hoppins or me, Peter. As you see, it's a change of scenery today. I'm outside because it's snowing. We've had a lot of snow today, right now, and sort of like a snowstorm. So I thought, well, let me go outside and do a review in the snow. That would be more cozy, so to speak. Today's review is of the Hoppin Frog BORIS, the Crusher, from the Hoppin Frog Brewery in Akron, Ohio. I know you can hear a lot of sounds like police cars and all that that's because we're quite close to the highway where we live. But that's the beer for you. It's an Imperial Stout, yeah, and it should be quite good. Rating-wise, it's got on Rate Beer, it's got an overall rating of 100, and on Beer Advocate, it's got a rating of, I think it's an A. So, pretty high ratings for this beer. Last Imperial Stout I had was from Great Divide, which was extremely good. That one was aged as well, but actually this BORIS the Crusher is actually aged as well. This one is also from 2007, and it should be quite good. As for style-wise, I'm not going to go into anything about the style itself because I did that in my last review, so you just gotta check that out instead. But looking forward to try this beer. I had their Mean Manalishi Imperial IPA, and that was really good. Very hoppy, extremely hoppy, and this one should be fairly hoppy as well, actually. But I'll just read aloud what it has to say on the bottle itself. Be aware, this Bodacious Oatmeal Russian Imperial Stout will crush you like no other. This is the granddaddy of all stout styles with an intensely deep roasted and full-bodied flavor, a robust hop character as a refreshing balance. And the specifications for the beer is that it's 9.4% alcohol by volume, so fairly heavy, and IBU-wise it's 60, so it should be quite hoppy as well. But as all Hoppin Frog beers, it says that the beer is only made from the finest ingredients to create a superb, flavorful beer of the highest quality. But looking forward to this beer, should be very good. All the beers I've had from Hoppin Frog is great. The glass I'm gonna use, just one sec, is my Fuller's Snifter, which is great with Imperial Stouts. But I'm just gonna open the beer now. Just one sec, I gotta get my bottle opener. There it is. So let's just get close so you can see if there's any smoke. Okay, not much of smoke on this this beer here. I didn't see any. Maybe you did. But yeah, smells quite nice actually. But let's pour it. I'm just gonna get my glass here, covered in snow. We have a lot of snow here in Scandinavia. Actually, it's quite cold. It's around minus 10 degrees or something like that, but in Celsius, of course. But let's pour it sort of up close. Okay, pours very dark, almost like motor oil. Extremely, I'd more say that this is like a dark brown color, not as black as it could be. Okay, even though I pour hard, I don't get really any head at all. But let's just place the beer in the snow. Okay, this one, temperature wise, I've had this warm up for quite a while. It's around I think it's right now it's around 10 or 9 degrees. It might have gone colder since it's in the snow, the beer, but let's check out the aroma. It smells very good. Very rich, a dark aroma, a very roasty aroma, roasted malts definitely, definitely also a chocolate character in the beer. By the way, I forgot to mention this, but it's actually not just an Imperial Stout, it's an Oatmeal Imperial Stout. So I know you know Oatmeal Stouts, and it goes under the category of sweet stouts, but this is an Imperial Stout brewed with oatmeal. But smells very good. You can smell the oatmeal as well, actually, but it's not as there in the aroma as the roasted malts, and also sort of a coffee-ish aroma as well. But overall, this beer smells very good. But let's just dig in and find out about the taste. Okay, this is actually very, very good. Wow. Just one sec, I'll have another sip. Okay, actually, I get all the roasted flavors of a normal Imperial Stout, like a deeply roasted character, but more of a chocolate character in this beer. Also the coffee as well, a lot of coffee compared to the Yeti. I also get a very fruity flavor. Yeah, a very fruity flavor actually. It's quite fruity for a Imperial Stout, but very, very thick, almost like motor oil as the Yeti, but still not as dense and not as thick as the Yeti. But it's very good. Carbonation wise, it's a very low carbonation, as all in Imperial Stouts, but body wise, this is very full bodied, just like the Yeti. Very good, but it's quite fruity actually for an Imperial Stout. Even though it's 60 IBUs, there's not much of a hop character. This one is from 2007 as well, it's been aged. But quite good, quite a winter warmer, even though it's an Imperial Stout. But it's actually quite different. I think the sweetness of the stout must be because of the oatmeal. Oatmeal, when you brew oatmeal stouts, is a lot sweeter usually, and this one is quite a lot sweeter, and it's got more like you know, mocha coffee, sort of that taste as well actually. But it is this is an exceptional try on an Imperial Stout, and just a tad different than your usual Imperial Stout, being more sweet, probably because of the oatmeal, but it is a great example of an Imperial Stout, and I like that they try to experiment and make it quite different actually. But definitely a good beer. Rating wise, this is gonna be up in the 90s, I think. Just let me take another sip. Yeah, I'll give this a 95. Pretty good beer. Solid, very, very good. Imperial Stout, very heavy, thick, but has a more sweet taste to it, and not so much in the aroma, but more in the taste because of the oatmeal. But definitely is something worth checking out, especially if you're not into the big, heavy, dense Imperial Stouts. Then this is probably going to be something for you. So the BORIS, the Crusher Imperial Stout, a 95. Yeah, I think I'm going to give this 95. A 95 from me. And check it out if you can get it. Check out my other reviews, of course. And cheers. And I'll see you next time. Hey YouTube, just back right now, just after the review outside. I've had the BORIS the Crusher warm up a bit, because it got fairly cold, fairly quick outside, so I'm just gonna share with you the taste right now. Taste is much more dense after being served a bit warmer, much more dense, rich, very, very much more pungent flavor of coffee. Definitely not as sweet when you... well, still quite sweet, but not as sweet if you serve it colder. But still fantastic, and definitely something you still should try out. But dudes, cheers, and I'll see you next time.